All right, should be good here. What's up, Gibbs? Game isn't on TV. It's only on the radio today. Uh, Bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. How's everybody doing? Hopefully having a good Sunday. He might. You never know. What up, Joel? Team USA has won the gold in hockey. First time since 1980. It's the Miracle on Ice team. Yeah, in double hockey, too. We beat Canada twice to win the gold. How embarrassing. You can't let us beat you at your own game. Especially when we weren't. I don't think we were expected to win the whole thing. What a series. The Miracle on Ice, because the US were some of the craziest underdogs in that tournament. The Russians were a menace team, full of future NHL superstars, like all across the Team Russia. I believe a number of like very famous Red Wings were on that Russian Olympic team. What's up, Jake? I believe Konstantinov, Sergei Fedorov, weren't all those guys on that team? But yeah, the U.S. national team was like a bunch of like amateurs, and I don't know if any of them went on to be like prominent NHL players. Like I think they were all just a bunch of amateurs that shocked the world with a wild upset. And yeah, it's called football. And then it's called soccer. Though I think Finland won the Olympics. Let me see what the total medal count was. Olympic medal count. There we go. Dang, we finished in second. That's all right. We did pretty good. We had a good run. This was one of our best Winter Olympics maybe ever. We had the most golds we ever won this year. Probably the highest we've ever finished is second. Only 6 behind Norway. Not bad at all. Ball 1, 2. It'll be Kauser, Alonso, Kerstad, Mayo, Huff, Basalo, Jackson, Trimble, Barrero. Up against Jack Flaherty. Kane doesn't play, but looks like he's a. Yeah, I was gonna say he's just a little old. It's this. I don't even know why Crosby had to sit out today. He didn't play. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh, USA's got a good shot." 1-1 though to Kauser. 1-2 fouled away. Game should be a little quicker today, mostly because it's not on TV. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's very funny watching people have legitimate panicked reactions to a bad game in spring training. It's just like, you guys do know it don't matter, right? Fouled away, it's 1-2. It's like, it was fun to mess around and be like, oh, season's over. But like anyone who was like legitimately upset yesterday is like, what are you stupid? Who cares? And Kauser strikes out one away. You mean the team with 800 players on its roster and has already played a game had a better game? Yeah, that's crazy. Against the backups. And then the backups. Yeah, I was so surprised. We had a guy named Valencia starting at catcher, and everyone's like, how'd we lose? I'm like, I don't know. I didn't know half of the guys on the team yesterday. And I watched this team religiously, you know? Training means almost nothing. Yeah, literally, like only the last week of spring training, and it's usually not even that long. It's like one game in spring training means anything, and it's usually the last one. I had no interest in but the highest ratings. Yeah, I mean, it's always going to be the hockey games. It's the most exciting event. That and figure skating does really well. 2-1. I think figure skating is one of the most popular Winter Olympic events. And I have no idea. Well, mostly because it's just engaging to see them people do that. 2-2. Like, oh, that's what all the 5 foot tall women are up to in the world. They're just spinning around on ice skates. Interesting. 5'5" guys and 5 foot tall women, and them tiny little bodies become super powerful. They can just jump around and break the laws of physics. Pretty cool. 3-2. Sounds full. I'm surprised they didn't challenge that one. Though I suppose it's kind of dumb to challenge a pitch in the first inning, I will say. That'll be a ground out. We'll go 2 away. Here's Kerstad. I think so. That's what Joel just said. We ground out to shortstop. 2 away. Here's the 3-hitter Kerstad. Hopefully I'll be able to do the game tomorrow. Trying to think. I think I have to do something, though. There's a good shot I'm not going to be able to. Called strike 1. Yeah, I mean, it's the first spring training game, and it was an away game. Probably half the team wasn't actually even there. Probably, yeah. I mean, it'll probably help out late in games. We'll see. It's kind of hard to predict because it's not like you don't have unlimited challenges. But certainly in like a big at bat situation where someone's punched out on a really bad call, that'll change it. To what effect? Who knows? 3-1. It's just so early with ABS. Like, it'll be good. Hopefully it improves umpiring, but I kind of just wish it was an automatic, like, it wasn't just like, hey, review this. I wish it was like, it literally called balls and strikes for the umpires. I wish it went further. They need to take it one step further where umpires are just reporting ball or strike and overruling it if it's like a really bad miss, like a ball that bounces across the plate gets called a strike on like a glitch. They're like, nah, that's a ball. Like, nah, that's clearly a ball. I think that should be the role of damn, that's a home run. Well, it'll be 1-0 Baltimore. Game over. Just end the season. We're gonna lose every game. We're a home run give up factory. We're cooked. Maybe. Hopefully it does. Yeah, it might as well. Just trade Scooball, trade Green, trade Torque, and just blow it up. Fuck this. I just end the stream. What up, Kenny? Well, looks like we're 0, and then Kobe Mayo lines out. That'll be the 3rd out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the first. Bottom of the first coming up. Pitching for the Orioles, it'll be Bradish. And then for the Tigers, it'll be Austin Meadows. Oh, the Slater guy we got from the Yankees. Carpenter, Torkelson, Perez, Zach McKinstry, Lee, Anderson, and Naito. I expect Lee to make the team, by the way. Him or Anderson are going to end up making the team, and I don't know which one it'll be. What's up, Orioles? I don't know which one makes it, but my money is on Lee, like right away. But it also kind of depends on like the defensive needs of the team. Anderson's a little bit better of a player, has probably a little bit more of an immediate future that we could use. Only issue is he plays fucking second, not third, dude. I wish he could play third. Like Lee plays third base, so that's gonna like really up his ability to get to Detroit because we need another guy to play third. But I don't know if Lee plays third. Hell yeah, Kenny. What up, Kenny? Yeah, Sweeney's out for a little bit, so somebody interesting's making the team. And Lee playing third base will significantly help him regardless of the Sweeney situation, I think. Because right now it's like Colt, Keith, and Lee that can play third. So if he can play third well enough here in spring training, that'll be a good sign he'll make the team. I'm interested to see if McGonigal can make it at shortstop. No, we don't. It's our glaring weakness organizationally, actually, is third base. It's like a big problem. We're loaded with middle infielders and guys who can for sure play first with a little bit of training, and then nobody at third. We have to probably just make a trade or pray to God Colt Keith. Well, Colt Keith was supposed to be the third baseman. But he had that fucking shoulder injury that like ruined his arm, but it's good now. So we'll see if he defensively can get back up to speed where he was. You got it, because at one point Colt Keith was like a very good defensive third baseman when he was in the minors. It just like he got fucked, like he hurt his arm and couldn't do the throw to first anymore until like the middle of last year. I remember the report that he was like trying to play third again, and then like he could like they were like, we don't know why he can make the throw now. 2-0 to Meadows. So he got moved back over to third, and now he has to kind of like relearn it at like the major league level after not playing it for like 4 straight years because of an injury, or 3 years, I think. So theoretically, Keith was supposed to be the third baseman of this team, but shit happens, right? That's why he was so bad at second base, by the way. And that's why I tried to not be as hard on him as I could, or as I should have been at second, because it's like, well, he's learning a new position on the fly at the major league level. That's pretty impressive to do. 3-2. Miggy gets constant praise for learning first base on the fly after being an outfielder his whole career. And being horrible at third. So I don't know. I think patience and all that, and Colt sucks at first, so again, he's a third baseman, maybe. And if he can develop, Meadows will ground out, 1 away. Draft third baseman. I think if Colt can't play third, we just have to sign somebody or like make a trade and be okay with the idea of losing Colt. But with the way Colt hits, he's probably a guy you want to keep around as a DH. A harsh reality is we maybe could get away with trading. It's Parker Meadows, not Austin. Parker Meadows. Mostly because we have the ability to do so. What's up, Platypus? Because Torque can't play third base. He's not even that great of a first base. Like, because Torque isn't good enough to play anything but first. And Torque's a way better player than 90% of the roster, so he gets to play first. That'll be a ground out on the second pitch by Slater, 2 away. I mean, that's just the reality. You know what I mean? Kenny, he's a first baseman by draft. He's playing his position. That's where he plays. Carpenter's up now. But like if you include Meadows and like some younger players in a trade, I think you can get just about any good third baseman from a good team. or from a bad team this year. Like, say the Diamondbacks have a bad year again. Ketel Marte is a third baseman, right? Like, that's what Marte is specifically is a third baseman. I think you could probably package up Meadows if he's having an okay year and get. Yeah, Austin Meadows is a sad story. 0-1, and that'll be a ground out by Kerry Carpenter, the older brother of Sabrina Carpenter, by the way. I know that there's an idea. Marte's a sack. God damn it! Of course he is. Can he play third base though? Huff, Basalo, and Jackson. Because I saw people in the offseason were talking about maybe we should make a move for Marte to put him at third. And I'm guessing that's because he can probably play third. But yeah, I think somebody got moved to third. I think Bryce Rayner might have actually is going to probably play third. Especially since McGonigal is 100% going to be like the shortstop. You know what I mean? Like, they have things that'll develop. Rayner could wind up being a third baseman just because we won't need a shortstop. You know what I mean? And we probably don't need a second baseman with Max Anderson up in the pipes ready to go. But we don't have a third baseman. And Rayner's, like you said, Rayner's like a really talented kid. So he could probably just go play third. And I think that's probably the move they're going to make with Mr. Rayner. Because, again, you don't need a shortstop for at least like 8 years now with McGonigal. At least 6 if he makes the team. McGonigal is the type of person that they'd also probably sign to like one of those 7-year contracts that they sign rookies to sometimes, worth like $90 million, just so they could avoid arbitration over the first 6 to 7 years. He screams that that's going to be what he does. Huff due up. It's Huff, Basalo, and Jackson. No holiday. By the way, if you haven't dropped a like yet, consider doing so. It does help out the stream. It gets more people in here. Helps us defeat the evils of the world. You know what's funny to me? There's someone out there, or a large swath of people in Toronto, whose favorite teams are like the Team Canada hockey, the Maple Leafs, the Toronto Blue Jays, and the Buffalo Bills. Their life fucking sucks right now. Like, they got it the worst, dude. And they also like the Raptors. So that, it's just kind of shitty on top of it. Scott Efros is replacing Jack Flaherty. So new pitcher in for Detroit. And 1 pitch, 1 out. What an effective new guy to come in. Listen to music and this. Hell yeah. Good way to be. Kyle Schwarber hit home run. What a surprise. Ball 1 to Basalo. I never know how to say his last name right. Because there's an instinct in me that wants to say Baseo, but I know that's not right. Phillies up 1-0. Nice. We're down 1-0 in this game. The Orioles hit a home run in the first. Well, that'll be a hit. That's not good. So it'll be 1 on and 1 out. Let's see what happened. Uh-oh. Parker Meadows had a throwing error, it looks like. Or something happened on a sharp line drive. Meadows tried to make a play. He got to second on a double. And then he advances to third on a mistake made by Meadows. So, not really sure what exactly happened, but I'm guessing a throwing error. Another 1 pitch, 1 out, so that'll be 2 away. Hopefully it's not a sac fly, and it'll be a ground out. Runner unable to score, has to hold. 1-0 Orioles still with 2 outs and a runner at third. Yeah, the Rondell Moore situation's real sad. Kind of nobody really saw that one coming. Obviously, nobody knows fully if it was like self-inflicted, if it was like anything deeper, but it's most likely that. And that's rough. Are you having some bad weather, Seth? I'm having pretty okay weather. It's not too bad. It's kind of just cold. Oh, that'll get the run in. Hopefully that's not a home run and it's 3-0, because then it's like, oh boy, this is on the same path to yesterday. Nope, just a base hit. Little single into right field, scores the run, and Trimble has a base hit. Here's Barrero. We had like all the snow melted, and then it got all covered back up again last night. It snowed a little bit yesterday, like an inch or two. Very obnoxious. 0-1. Seems like Efros can't pitch to lefties. And Trimble steals a base. Runner at second now, 2 away. Damn, Nido. Stole that shit right on him. Oh, spring break. Going to Panama City Beach. Hell yeah. What are you going with some of your friends? I'm going to Baltimore on the 4th of March. That'll be pretty fun. And that'll be a ground out. Third out of the inning. The Orioles do get a run, though, and kind of unfortunate. 2-0 Baltimore. Speak of the devil. Bottom of the second coming up. Torkelson, it's a commercial break, so Torkelson, Perez, and McKinstry do. Oh, the same group that you go for Indy. Nice. Oh, yeah. Well, hopefully it's a good time. Something tells me that I do something good. You think so? He could. It's not impossible to win MVP, but if Shohei hits the baseball or pitches one pitch, it's game over. In the eyes of voters, they still soy out over the pitching and hitting combo. It's like, guys, he's been doing it. It's not even new anymore. They're like, it's never been done before. It's like, yeah, because all of your MLB development fucking frowns upon it incredibly hard. You don't let anybody do this. You tell them no as soon as they get in the majors. Pick a position. I'd be willing to bet until maybe college, almost every good high school player also pitches, and they're pretty fucking good at it too. Like every really good like future D1 baseball player, they could probably also throw the ball incredibly well compared to like most people pitching, you know? So it's like, that's dumb. Like Zach Greinke, for example, he was an amazing hitter, probably one of the best in like high school, maybe ever. Look up his numbers; they're unbelievable how good of a hitter he was in high school baseball. And the Royals wouldn't let him play shortstop and pitch. He wanted to do both, and they wouldn't let him. He literally retired over this. It was like a big problem when he first debuted. He wanted to, right when they were calling him up, he asked if he could switch to shortstop, and they said no. And then he's like, all right. And then he made his MLB debut. And then he brought it up again later in his career. Remember when he retired like out of nowhere? That was because they would not let him play shortstop too. Declared the Tigers saw a shadow, Tom, which was like a 17-point loss. He's like, we'll do another few weeks. Texas Roadhouse just makes good. Hey, there we go. That'll be a hit by Torque. There we go. Big Torque getting the first one on the board for us. That'll be a double, too. Hell yeah. Double to start off the inning by Torkelson. Let's see if Perez can drive him in. 1 on, nobody out. But yeah, Greinke had to be talked out of retire. He was just going to go into lawn service because they wouldn't let him play shortstop. And hit. Perez is up. Ball 1. So in my head, all I'm thinking is the only reason Shohei Ohtani's allowed to be the first one to do this is because they didn't let anybody else do it. What's up, Allison? How you doing? 2-0 on Perez. Yeah, and he could have played. He would have been the first Shohei had they not told him no every step of the way. And then it's been like 10 years since he hit when he went to Houston, so there's no point in any of it. Or when he went to Milwaukee, I forgot where he went first. 3-0. So really, it's just baseball's stupid fucking development systems and rules are why there was one Shohei Ohtani in the last like 100 years. It's like Babe Ruth and Shohei. It's like, that's it. And it's like, yeah, there probably could be more, but you won't let there be more. Called strike 1. Like, I know Mahomes was a very good pitcher, but I bet he could also hit and play outfield. And it's like, well, why couldn't he have done both if he played baseball? Nope, he could have only been a pitcher. Stupid. Yeah, and they can usually play. Yeah, so can every single fucking guy before college. Oops. Yeah, hold on. 1 sec. But like, literally, I feel like until college and the MLB starts enforcing these weird specialization rules on college guys who want to get drafted, they all pitched. Like, they all played multiple. Like, they played pitcher. People play outfield. They do both. And then colleges make them pick one. And stupid. We don't have to be like that. No, if a pitcher don't want to hit, they don't have to. Fuck that. Oh no, keep the DH. I love the DH. Don't ever let hit. Don't make pitchers bat. That's miserable. That's stupid. That's bad baseball. Fundamentally bad baseball. I don't want to watch that shit. That's awful. Ugh. Imagine wanting to watch Justin Verlander swing a bat. No, let them play other positions than pitcher. Like, that's what I'm advocating for. Like, oh hell yeah, we got bases loaded. Kind of a deflection situation. So the Tigers load the bases up on an infield single. The DH needs to stay, and I'm glad it's a both league rule now. Universal is great. They just need to stop not letting pitchers do other positions or not letting position players pitch also. Because I don't know how it works for the Dodgers roster, but Shohei is probably registered as a player, meaning that they can have. No, he just does two things. So think about the 0-2 now on Lee. Come on, Lee. The advantage of having that is like usually you have to sort of balance between like how many pitchers and hitters do you want. If you have a team with like 3 guys that can do both, you effectively add another player in, without cheating or like adding a position. Like, you know what I mean? Shohei does it like they effectively get like 26 players on their active roster instead of 25 because Shohei can do two things. And that's not like an unfair advantage. It's just like he can do those two things. So like one player counts as two. But it doesn't on the roster count, which is really effective. So if we start letting guys play multiple positions like pitch and do a field thing, it's like you could really bulk up your rosters in a really unique way. Especially if it's like relief pitching. That'll be ball in the dirt 1-2. Yeah, well, I think they don't want him fielding anymore because he keeps blowing his arm out. But see, also there is like the logic of like Shohei has had like 4 arm injuries already on his pitching arm because he also plays in the field. You know what I mean? And he like, so there is logic to why it's a bad, like why they don't do it, because like your physical arm can't do it. After a certain point, it's like, yeah, it's not. No, Seth. I believe Seth likes both of those teams. Which there's no real problem in doing so because they're opposite conferences. What's up, Michael? How's it going? I'll just go with Mike. Seth, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a fan of both of those teams, right? Kind of like how you like the Ravens and the Eagles. It's pretty consistent with the football teams that he likes. He's an Eagles fan. He likes the Phillies. He's a Ravens fan. And I think he also likes the Orioles. I think those are his teams that he generally likes. And I don't even think that's bandwagoning. I feel like that's just the person who likes two teams. You don't like the Ravens anymore? Oh, okay. You just kind of singled down to the Eagles. Hell yeah, Max Anderson gets a hit. Well, he's fucked. He's cooked, dude. If this ball it scores more than 1 run, yeah, that could be it for that guy. That's a ground ball base hit. 2 runs will score. It's 2-2. Nice job by Max Anderson. Could make the team. So again, it's out of Lee or Anderson who makes it. I think is one of the backup infielders. Anderson was pretty close to getting called up last year, even, I think. Dun 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 dun. Reese Hoskins in the big 2-6. I guess that's good. Come on, Naito. Free RBI at third. Bottom of the second. Tie game. Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking with you. Feel about our starting. If it can stay healthy, it's probably the best in baseball. You've got Verlander, or you've got Skubal, you've got Valdez. If he just is back to being normal Framber Valdez, we got such a good signing for him. So Skubal, Valdez, Flaherty, Mize, and Verlander. I think that's really good. Mize is on the rise. Flaherty can be good still. He's like our weakest link, and then if Verlander can even win 10 games or like pitch to a sub-4 ERA, we're in money mode. It's 1-2 here though on Naito. It's 2-2. Could be real good. They just gotta stay healthy. That's always like the big thing. Kind of got an older rotation with Flaherty and Verlander kind of anchoring it. And Nido goes down looking 2 away. Hey, we're up to 12 likes. That's pretty good. If you haven't dropped one yet, consider doing so. Helps us out a ton. Twins are fucked. Yeah, probably. This is going to be their rebuild year. I think the White Sox could be a decent little team this year, though. Like, kind of a surprise team. We'll see. We'll see about that. I think they got a bunch of good players for the players they traded away last year, and it kind of worked out. They were pretty decent at the end of last year. However, I don't know if that was because they called up a bunch of guys who were like 22 years and 21 years old, and nobody knew who the hell any of them were, and there was absolutely no tape on any of them. So they kind of had the element of surprise, or, are they just like, a couple things that could be there. I don't really know how to determine which of that factor is. Yeah, sign him. Just do it in the offseason. I don't know. Cowser, Alonso, and Kerstad do appear in the top of the third, 2-2 game. I'd imagine, yeah, you'd probably pull Bradish after 2. What was that, like almost 50 pitches too? I'm not tracking. Pitches throw. Oh, here we go. Bradish is at 35. Yeah, he's probably about done. First start of the spring, most likely. I'd imagine he doesn't have much more to go. Top of the order in the top of the third, 2-2 game. If it makes Tigers fans feel any better, they're paying Framber Valdez $38 million this year. Like, and Scuball literally said he'd sign for 10 years and $420 million. Or 425 or something like that. He said he'd sign on. I think he said he'd sign on that, like, he's like a done. So I want people to stop and think really fucking hard about what that all entails, right? Framber, they're paying $38 million a year for. People think that, like, the Tigers then, they still don't think that the Tigers are going to shell out $4.5 million more a year to keep Tarek Skubal. You know what I mean? The logic is just broken in that kind of. Connor Pilkington is into pitch now for the Tigers. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, probably they would. I'd imagine they may even add another $10 million to keep Skubal. I wouldn't be surprised if it's like $450 million to keep Skubal. Is what they end up doing. There is genuinely no reason to get rid of him or let him walk. Just pay him, and then, as you could tell with what the Tigers are up to these days, we have deferred money now. And we're deferring a bunch of contracts. Something tells me that they're doing that to set up for a very large Skubal deal incoming. And, it's smarter to do that. Allows for more immediate now team building. And could offset future salary cap implementation. So the Skubal won't be or extended. Doomers are probably. I've seen the take starting to die off that he's not going to get extended a little bit, because the signs are clearly that he probably will be. And Cowser gets called out on strikes, 1 away. Goes down looking. Yeah, when you win back-to-back MVPs and you're the favorite to win it again this year for the American League, yeah, you're worth a lot of money. Like, there's probably no shot he wins a third one in a row just because of the odds of the voters being like, yeah, that was better than the last two. Which in fact is almost probably going to be impossible to do this year. Mostly on the basis of like his first Cy Young year was like damn near legendary. Then he improved on that last year, and it's like how could he wasn't just not going to walk anybody all year? What do you have? Fucking 20 walks last year, maybe. Maybe 35 at absolute most. So I don't know. 1-1, 1-2 to Alonso. Pilkington throwing some pilkers in there. Whose contract? Oh, Scooball's this year? Yeah, he's getting some money. They hit another home run. Yeah, he balled out at arbitration. He got like a historic amount of money. Yeah, because when you win back-to-back Cy Youngs, they have to pay you more money. Oh yeah, I'm so unworried about him, and it's 3-2 now after the Alonso homer. He hit that to left center. 3-2. Orioles back on top. Here's Kjerstad. Kjerstad. Well, that's not how you say that. It's like, well, it shouldn't be spelled that way. Not actually my problem. And he'll ground out 2 away. One 0 here to Mayo. 2-0 to Mayo. Gotta like the little rhyming. Damn it. And another hit. Keeps the inning alive. It's, what is it going to be? A double. Yeah. On a fly ball to the second baseman. Well, that's not great. He probably should have caught that one then. Little can of corn, he's, not there for it. Exactly, Joel. Season's probably over, boys. We're cooked this year. Pitching sucks. Can't field, can't hit. Game over. We may be worse than the Twins. Swing and strike 1 to Huff. The Rockies, probably. One, two. I think a high school team would beat us right now. Like low key, I'm pretty sure if we played a college team, they might beat us right now. 2-2. And that'll be the third out of the inning. We'll keep it a 3-2 game heading to the bottom of the third. Hurrah! It'll be Slater, Carpenter, and Torkelson do appear in the bottom of the third. Slater, Carp, and Torque. We'll see. Woo! Look how serious this kid is. He's about to throw a home run pitch. You can see the fear in his eyes. That goofy ass kid threw the ball at me. I'm taking a 400. Here's my curveball. Moving in slow motion. Looking like when one of the position players take them out and try to pitch. When I used to play backyard baseball with my friends, if somebody threw me a bad pitch, I just grab it and throw it back and be like, you can redo that. Fucking stupid as shit for no reason. Like, don't you want a ball? It's like, no, not really, dude. I'm trying to fucking play base. I want to hit. I don't want to walk. Fuck. Imagine getting intentionally walked in backyard baseball. Like, you're such a menace. It's like, what are you doing? This shit don't matter. Fucking pitch me a ball. Ooh. Yeah, we could use that. Slater's up, though. Brandon Young is the new pitcher, and Slater hits a home run. Hell yeah. All right, tied back up at 3. Let's go. Slater bomb. It is in Clearwater. Yeah. Yep. 3-3, 0-1 count to Carpenter. As per usual, I only watched through 6 innings of spring training games, mostly because I don't care for what happens from the 7th inning on. As you see from yesterday's game, I believe we left when the score was like 7-2 or 7-3 or something like that, 8-2 at the worst. And I just so clearly remember saying like, yeah, because this shit just, it goes to ballistic land. Then they drop like 12 more points on us, and it's like, see, told you. 0-2 though on Carpenter. 1-2. Maybe we'll see a bomb. Momentum is back in our favor. Yeah, a little bit. Yankees tied against the Mets. Well, good for them. It's 2-2 on Carp. A lot of foul balls. Struck out. One away. Here's Stork. With one out in a 3-3 game. We're in the top or bottom of the third. Body's all tight. Mets and Yankees are tied at 1. Two or 2-1. One out. Bottom of the third. He struck out. Torkelson also strikes out. 2 away. Damn, Joel, all of your predictions did not happen. That's a brutal break. Here's Perez to hit a home run. The in-play runs is going to look like music in a moment. It'll look like heaven. Watch. Called strike 1. Well, not if they're taking pitches like that, for sure. Yeah. Me personally, I'm rounding the bases on that shit. Taking it 800 feet. Yeah. You got to hit, not a home run. You got on with a single, so runner on, ball up the middle, and here's McKinstry. And Perez has a base hit. Oh no, that was the hit. Now McKinstry's up. I like my brain did something. I was eating some popcorn shit out the bag. Basically, I was hungry for some popcorn salt. Very tasty. Damn. McKinstry pops out on a swing that shouldn't have been done. We'll head to the top of the fourth. It's a tie game once again. Tigers keep matching. Slater got his first homer of the spring. Ties it up. We'll see Basallo, Jackson, and Trimble do up here in the top of the fourth. 3-3. Like the end of March. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some soda real quick. Tanner Rainey is in the pitch now for the Tigers. Oh, Yankees got him loaded. Uh-oh. Called, or swinging strike one by Basallo. Basallo, Jackson, and Trimble do up. Well, yeah, but spring training. What do you mean stealing their strategy? It's just spring training. I have a feeling if I would have I have a feeling if I would have agreed with you, Joel, you wouldn't have been kidding. But that's okay. 1-2. In fact, Joel, I don't think you've ever been more serious about anything in your entire life. Snowing by you? It's probably snowing out by me too. Probably same here. See, Joel, that's what we call kidding. Girl's getting offended. He's like, fine, dude, whatever. All is good, Joel. See how tall I am? You could probably do an estimation of my height based on my arm length. I can't even fit him in the camera length. I'm so tall. You know, like 7.5 foot tall. Everything in this room is significantly larger to fit my giant body. If a normal man were in here, he'd look a foot tall. I'm actually a pretty dangerous weapon to be around. That's why you've never seen me with other people before. And they walked him. He's spamming fastballs and missed on that last one. So 1 on, nobody out. Leadoff man walks here at the top of the 4th. Hope for a double play. Is the double play in play? Get it? You're going to your sister Tori's game at Canton. Your favorite candy is Nerds. Nedars? Netters? I don't know how to say that name. What did you tell to your mom? 2-0. I don't know if he's quite back yet. Oh, thank your mom. 3-0, damn it. Rainey can't throw any strikes. Come on. Plays right across the middle. And he walked him. Damn it. 2 on, nobody out. That's not good. Nice comment. She is your mom. Nice. Yeah, I'd imagine so. She's a nice lady. She probably is a nice lady. Nobody out. 2 on, no one out. 3-3 score. Orioles up to bat. They've got Trumbull at the plate and Rainey on the mound. He throws his 5th straight ball. This guy's here to sell the season. It's all over. Oh, hooray. He throws a strike. Oh my God. He threw a strike. The crowd goes wild. He's got Trimble right where he wants him. Trimble has no idea whether he should swing or not now. Oh, he got out. Hey, maybe a double play. That'd be pretty cool. No, just to pop out. Infield fly. Batter's out. Runners at first and second. Ground ball could get you out of this little bit of a jam here. Here's Bissaro. Yankees up 2-1. Oh, they only got 1 run on the bases loaded. I got no runs, rather, on it. Yankees aren't very good. You can tell by the way they're playing that they're not very good. One. 2-1. Oh, sorry, I just got an email that I needed to be kind of on top of. Well, that'll be a double. 2 runs will score, it looks like. No, they got a runner out at home. 1 run scores, and they threw a guy out at home. Nice job. They got the outfield assist. The Slater to McKinstry to the catcher to get the out at home. So only 1 scores. They do get a double, though. So runner at second. 2 away, and a 4-3 Orioles lead. Pretty much, B-Major. We're cooked. We're thinking about, we're pretty sure, we were just talking about how we should trade Skubal, Green, and Torkelson. Oh, Dave, I don't disagree, but the Tigers solution has been fixed. You can just get MLB TV now for like $20 a month and watch the Tigers that way. The games will be put out by MLB TV now, which is great. I'm excited. That's every game, in market, out of market. You can just watch on MLB.TV now. A lot of people get that free with their like T-Mobile subscription. Well, I do anyway. But I know what you're saying. I kind of agree. Yeah, and B Major, you can just watch MLB TV like in market games too. It doesn't matter. It's just like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I just watch the Guardians on MLB TV. By the way, that's the best way to watch baseball is MLB TV. It's great. I'm so excited. I wouldn't even care if I had to pay for it. I'd just pay for it. This game isn't on TV today though. So it's just on the internet. Or on the radio. Yeah, Dave, this game was only on the radio. There's no television broadcast for some spring training games. Yeah, if you still have cable, you could watch, I don't know actually for the Tigers. I think it's like channel 30, depending on where you are in the state. Lockhart is in to pitch for Detroit. So that's why there's been no action. It's a pitcher change. And by the way, once the Tigers start pulling all their regular starters after the 6th inning, I'm going to get out of here. I don't watch the 7th, 8th, and 9th in spring training games. You're happy at NBC is streaming Sunday Night Baseball? Yeah. Because ESPN's going for like Women's Sports Sundays now. I think they're going to play women's soccer and women's basketball on Sunday nights on ESPN. Don't know why they're not going to go women's hockey. That seems to be the move. I feel like people would like to watch women's hockey a lot more than like the basketball and the you know. Yeah, yeah, I can show a picture of that. There it is. Copy. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. They get Cowser to ground out. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. It's 4-3 Orioles lead. Lee, Anderson, and Naito. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, his shit got all fucked up. Well, it'd be cool if they got I don't know why. So like I don't know why they don't the TV rights. I don't know why ESPN doesn't go get them. Is what I'm saying. B Major. But I'm pretty sure I read explicitly that women's professional soccer is going to be on ESPN. Stick injury. He got sticked in the face. I think it was an accidental sticking. To be fair, though, those don't look like real teeth. No, that's not how teeth. Like I have fake teeth, right? Look at. I don't think these are real. His bottom teeth might be real, and that might be a real son of a bitch. These aren't real top teeth. Some of them might be. That's clearly like sign of a denture. The way this back tooth looks, like so is that. Your teeth don't look like that in the back. Like really stop and think about what your teeth look like in the back of your mouth. Hold on. They don't look like that. These aren't. I don't think these are real. I mean, it doesn't take away that the bottom ones look real. I think he has fake teeth. If you look real carefully at them, they're like they don't look perfectly real. And again, they might be, but I would be willing to bet those are fake teeth already. One, he wasn't hurt from the whole thing. That'll be a fly out by Lee, one away. No, it's a legendary photo, 100%. Political sports? What are political sports? But because again, there is blood. He clearly got hurt, but it doesn't look like it was I don't think it's as bad an injury as people he got all his teeth shattered. I'm pretty sure the top teeth at least are fake. He might have got his bottom teeth fucked up though. But like, welcome to hockey. I think what is it like? What percentage of players do you think have to wear our over here, our local guy, Bart barely has teeth. Ovechkin, I think, is his name. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think any hockey player leaves with the top row of teeth. I'd be willing to bet, like, I bet most of them keep the bottoms because those are a lot easier to. Those are pretty good anchors. Um, but I imagine every single top tooth for an NHL player is gone by the end of their career, or they just take them out because it'd be easier just to get some veneers popped in. They're very wealthy. Um, the TV app.to, but I think they're charging money now, the TV app.to. Or like it's free to use some of the services, but some aren't. Foul tip, two away. Max Anderson grounded out, so there's two away. Now up is Naito. I don't. Why would they do that to him? Are you like griefing about like wokeism and here, or is that do you have is that what your problem is? I don't. And Naito gets hit by the pitch. One on, two out. What are you angry about? Yeah, I like Vramber. As long as he pitches like he's capable of doing and doesn't have another mid-season meltdown, we should be pretty solid. Who the fuck cares and don't watch it? I don't think it's that big a deal. You know, ESPN stands for Entertainment Sports News Network, right? Like, they're just putting on a show to get people to watch. I don't think it's that deep. And if you don't like it, my golden rule is just you don't have to watch it. In an era of endless content, I don't know why people choose to watch the things that put them in a bad mood all the time. You know what I do? I don't listen to stuff I don't like. If something makes me annoyed, I go, I'm done watching that. And I don't watch it anymore. Or I wait for a new episode. Maybe they're done doing that. Usually I'm fine. I just fast forward 10 minutes and they change the topic on a podcast. Be like, oh, here we go. Back to normal stuff. It's not, there doesn't have to be this big, deep thing about every single fucking thing that we don't like. If something bothers you, just stop engaging with it. You know, there doesn't need to be any more complexity or depth to that than that. It's like, well, no, everything should be catered to the way I like them. Like, no, that's not how the world works. Sorry, that's why. Alonzo, Kerstad, and Mayo. Unless you have like the capacity to make change happen, I don't know, and you want things to change. If you just want things to be a certain way, and it's like, well, you know, like just bitching about them being that way is so obnoxious. If you want it to change, go make change happen. Go enact the change you want to see happen in the world. But just bitching about it because you don't like the way that it does and doesn't interest you anymore. It's like, well, then stop watching it. Stop engaging with it if it's fucking just annoying you, or go change it. Otherwise, it's just like, yeah, it's all woke, yeah. It's all conservative. Yeah, I get it. Oh boy, what a in-depth analysis of a situation. It's just woke, fucking racist, and that's what people are now, and it's so annoying, dude. So fucking annoying. Alonzo, Kerstad, and Mayo do up here in the top of the fifth. That's why I don't watch the Tigers. Flair, yeah, it gets you. Did you see any of the Parker Meadows designed jersey? No, I didn't. What are you talking about? The Meadows designed? Sorry, went on a little rant there. It's like, come on. Kyle, I hope Carp has a good year. He kind of got hurt last year, and things didn't really pan out the way I would hope, though, that it would. I'm hoping a fully healthy year pays dividends for him. We'll see, though. He struggles with left-handed pitching, but Alonso, Kerstad, Mayo, Salmons is pitching here in the top of the fifth of a 4-3 Orioles lead. Like, oh, the cleats. I remember his cleats. I'll have to look at it. I'll have to look up his jersey. Ronald Acuna Jr. Pretty solid. Jersey sick. I'll have to look into it. I'll be honest. I don't really see Guardians fans caring about the name change. I feel like it's non-Guardians fans that are the most offended by the name change at this point. I think there's a belief that amongst their fan base that with a new owner they can actually be called the Indians because they'll do it correctly, and I think that's probably correct. 2-1. Because again, the name issue, it was never just the name with Cleveland. It was not about the name. It was that shit ass mascot that they wouldn't get rid of. If they had just gone to the sea like the fucking Native American groups were asking them to do since the 70s, if they'd have did that a lot earlier, the whole thing about the name is never a problem. I almost can promise you that they would still be the Cleveland Indians if their dumbasses got rid of Wahoo in like 1978 when just about every single Native American group on the planet started asking them to do. They're like, hey, could you just not do that? Because you showed up in the goddamn World Series with Chief Wahoo. Like that literally killed the Cleveland Indians name. That was the end of it. What a dumb fucking decision all that stupid shit was. And again, it's one thing to have the history and everything, but like it could have just been a quiet logo change in 2001, in 1997, in 1983 they could have pulled this up. This wasn't like the wokeism gone too far with Cleveland. This was like a 4 decades long battle, like maybe 5 almost, with very specific Native American groups in Ohio, and the Cleveland Indians, all because of Wahoo. I'm telling you, it's like directly because of that stupid fucking logo. It was years of protest, like decades of protests. Every single home opener for Cleveland was like a huge fucking counter protesting about the specifically Chief Wahoo. It was never really about the name. Could have stayed. They didn't really mind the name. That was a crazy time. It's just, they showed up in that World Series with that ridiculous ass goddamn mascot, and that was the end of it. Or not mascot, their hat. And they're like, look, it's a C now, and everyone's like, it's too late. No, I don't know. I don't mind it. The logo isn't the greatest. They should have just went with the Guardians, like the actual Guardians, because isn't the name is good. The Guardians is a good name. It's based on them being the Guardian cities, the Twin Guardians. But like, why isn't it just like the statues? Like, because it's the 2 giant statues, correct? They could have one of the hardest hats in all of the sport, a C being held up by the Guardians. You know how fucking cool that would look? But the Dolans are fucking soulless and have nothing to do with anything cool. That'll be the second out of the inning. Let's hope maybe a double play. Yeah, it's been the Cleveland situation's a weird one. Force out. They get the out at second, but they weren't able to turn it for 2. That's all right. It's spring. Mayo's up now with the runner at first and 2 away. 1 away, I guess. There's the first out of the inning. Rob, Tom, and is a great manager. Yeah, sure. With the Guardian on the City Connect here. Yeah, that's not too bad. I just think it should be incorporated into the actual hat or into the logo. And then on the subsequent hat. That's pretty solid. Kobe Mayo has a base hit, 2 on, 1 away. Runners at first and second. Solid. Tigers have a good one. San Diego Padres have a really creative logo. Seattle ruined theirs. Fuck them. The Marlins ruined theirs. Fuck them. St. Louis is good. Yeah, it's you have to have a really good infield to turn a double play now. For the most part, the Mets, Yankees have good logos. Pittsburgh has a good logo. I don't like. I like overly complicated, but I also like classic logos. I'm a real sucker for like an old English style looking logo. I think the A's have a very clean logo. I don't like Cincinnati's for some reason. I never have. The Twins have a very good logo too. I like San Diego's only because there's also a P. Like if you look at it, it's SDP for San Diego Padres, and I think that's super creative. Milwaukee's is similar with the MB in it. When teams are able to pull off the 2-letter combo into a fucking into like the name, I'm like, all right, that's a good logo. I think Tampa does it with an R. I'd have to look at it real carefully, but I'm pretty sure the Tampa Bay Rays are also like that. Yeah, I like when the logo can be like MB Milwaukee Brewers, SDP San Diego Padres, TBR Tampa Bay Rays. I think that's how that works. I think the Cardinals pull it off too, but I don't think they get a clean C off. Twins almost pull an M off in theirs, which is unbelievable. If you look at it, like if you look at the way the two things split, if you look at the way the Twin City thing, the TC splits, it almost looks like it's an M, and I'm like, that's pretty good. I think they have beers or somebody. I think so. I think that's what it is. I don't actually know off the top of my head. It's 2-2 right now. A lot of foul balls here for Huff. He's got 2 on and 1 out. Let's hope for a good out here. Strikeout. Come on, strikeout. Why people don't name the Cleveland Indians? Well, because the issue with those teams aren't the team names. The issue with Cleveland wasn't the team name. Again, Tim, you don't understand what the issue of Cleveland was actually about, and it's very obvious you don't. It has nothing to do. If they were just the Cleveland Indians and didn't have Chief Wahoo as their logo, they'd have never been asked to change their team name. Just like the fucking Chiefs are never asked. Just like the Seminoles are never asked. Just like the fucking Blackhawks are never asked. Just like the Central Michigan Chippewas. None of these teams are ever asked to change because they don't have stupid offensive fucking logos. I'm telling you, they don't care about team names. Like they don't give a shit. Redskins is like a weird one because it's kind of like a half slur to some groups. Oh yeah, the tiger with the tiger popping out the English G is a classic. Yeah. Yeah, but like it wouldn't have been a big enough deal to force a team name change. It wasn't like Redskins. I'm telling you, the controversy is around the logo, and it spilled out into them just no cooperation. Um, and the no cooperation and no like the unwillingness to negotiate from the native groups that caused this situation in the first place with the Cleveland name change is like the non-negotiable part is because of the Dolans. Like them idiots were given an off ramp for 40 years to fix this issue, and they just didn't. I think they even offered to create a logo for the guard, like for them, that would be no problem. Like, I think they were like, do what they do for the Blackhawks. And Cleveland was like, we'll make it even more fucked up. And that's what they basically did. They just didn't care, dude. It's not a very smart thing to do. It's not a good idea to triple down when you're being given a really good off ramp. So that's why, Tim, because those other things are like, they're kind of respectful. The tomahawk? Because that's a weapon that was used by the natives? I don't think again, it's not really offensive to be like, you guys use tomahawks. Yeah, that was one of our tools of war. You guys have big ass eyes and exaggerated noses and big old lips. Oh, let me show you what. And be like, what's the difference between a tomahawk and this? Hold on. That's basically what it looked like. Yeah, I don't know. You see how it used to look even crazier. Hell, if they'd have stuck with the 73 to 78 one, this is when it started. This is what probably started it, and then they went, "Oh yeah, we're gonna be even crazier." Telling you, this shit's crazy, dude. That's a wild fucking logo to be actually utilizing, and that caused the issues. Bottom of the fifth here, it'll be Slater, Carpenter, and Torkelson with Foster on the mound now. Yeah. Most teams don't change a ton. They just get a little. There's like a slight variation that happens. The Tigers have had basically the same logo their entire run. Like Tim, I get like being annoyed by stuff like that, but it's also like I don't know. Is like is there more or less controversy now that it's been changed? The answer is less. So in my head, I'm like, I'm just glad the fucking issue's over with. Like people finally let it go, and like the only people still who care, it's just like it's like 10,000 people that are really angry about something that really doesn't matter that much. If they'd have left the Washington and Cleveland teams the same names and never changed them, I would feel the same way. But can we please stop talking about team names? Oh my god. I've always felt it to be a really silly conversation. Like if like the Dodgers changed their name, which they never would, but like if a team changed their name for like just because they wanted to, nobody would care. I don't understand why it's a big deal for teams to change their name. Because of woke. It's like, yeah, but like they've not like that doesn't really mean anything. If I held a team, I would change the name of my team every 15 years to sell more merchandise. I'd be running scams on people. I'd be like, and now we're the Detroit Sabercats. And everyone would be like, dude, this guy's pissing me off with this. Then 15 years later, we're back to the Detroit Tigers. I would do that as often as I could to literally just fucking sell more merchandise and make more money. 0-2. I'm an unethical person, though. That's why I don't get into business. All my ideas are very unethical in the world of like, hey, you shouldn't do this to run a business. It's like, yeah, but fuck them. Is the goal of the company to make money? Let's change the name of the company and sell more merchandise. 1-2. Yeah, just jump around. Just be different team name every few years. I don't give a fuck. I don't know. Like, do you think it's woke that they're gonna be called the Indiana Bears or the Hammond Bears now? Because like the Chicago Bears are changing their name technically. Is that a big problem? No, because like it's not woke doing it. It's because greed and capitalism are fucking ripping the team from Chicago, and so now they get a name change, and no one's really bitching about that, and that's funny. Except for Bears fans. Everyone's like, shut up, that's what you get. And it's like, oh, I thought we hated name changes. I thought name changes were a blight on the sport. I thought it was horrible for the game to change a team name. And then everyone's like, well, it's different. It's like, nah, it's the same thing. It's changing a team name. No matter how you try to spin it, it's changing the name of the team. And nobody's bitching about it, saying it's like, it can't happen and blah, blah, blah. Even though technically I more so agree on this, because I don't think they should change the name of the Chicago Bears because they're one of the oldest fucking teams in the league, and it's an atrocity that they would do this. But where's everybody complaining about the rich history of the Chicago Bears and their impact and their importance to the game of the NFL, and the fact that they're gonna allow that name change to happen? Isn't that a fucked up thing? No, because no one. Where's all like those right wingers like bitching about them changing the name of sports teams around the Chicago Bears to the Hammond or Indiana Bears? Not it's bullshit. It's the intention behind it, and it's like, well, the actual intention is to change the name. So that's the thing you should have a problem with. If it's the history of the game you hate being changed, so the most historic teams in the league are getting their names stripped away because they didn't get a free stadium and didn't make enough money to pay off their last loan, so they dipped. Yeah, they have all major sports. They got a soccer team now. Hey, what's up, D? I love the new uniforms. I think they look really good. I like the orange. I'm not a big fan of the color orange, but I like the way the uniform looks. But I really like the navy ones. So those look really, really nice. They have a certain sort of the navy color looks really good in the sunlight with the orange hitting off of them. They look really nice in person. If you watched the game on TV last night, or yesterday, they wore them and they looked really, really nice. The colors mix well together. It's a really, really nicely done jersey. I often think like we got these two sweet designs because Nike hoed us so fucking bad with them City Connects. I don't know, man. Those things, like looking at what we got for this round of fucking alternate uniforms, it's like, what the fuck are those City Connect? Like, go look at all three of them in a row, and it's like, no, those City Connects are terrible. I think if they would have had a better hat, they'd have been okay. I think the lack of a good hat really fucked that whole uniform up. But I really do think Nike did really well. And I wonder if the team actually just came to them with the design and went, just make us these. Stop, don't design our uniforms. What the fuck was that? Again, with those uniforms. Oh yeah, the orange. Yeah, well, I don't think you guys wear orange on the road, right? Like, you wouldn't be wearing orange alternatives on the and that's a strikeout to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the 6th. Because I think your oranges are homes, right? Because we're only going to wear our oranges at home, so we wear our navies in your stadium. So that means there could be a shot for like a really like a blackout game type situation because you guys will wear black at home, and our road jerseys are the navies. No, some teams just decided to add in. The Tigers just added new alternatives because we don't have alternative uniforms. we just have the main home, main away, and the city connects. Historically, the Tigers don't stick with alternative uniforms for very long. These will probably exist for a year or two, and then we'll get rid of them. Just as like a franchise ideology, they don't really like to fuck with the original. However, if we get rid of the city connects and we don't have to wear those anymore, then I could imagine those two alternatives sticking around. Those are pretty fucking sick. Especially that road alternative. I think the fans really like that road alt. It's like, yeah, if we're gonna have any alts, that's what we wanted it to look like. Fuck yeah. You could even argue we just get rid of the road home distinction and just make that our permanent alternate uniform. That navy one we wore yesterday. That's what our alternate should look like. Navy, kind of a navy purple with really nice orange lettering, Detroit written across the chest. Nice patches. Oh boy, all the backups are in now. Well, we'll watch the rest of this inning, and then I'm probably not going to stream from the 7th inning on. I hope everyone's all right with that. Mostly because it's like that's going to take like another 2 hours to get through. I'm not even going to lie to you. I don't want to sit here for 3.5 hours watching that. You guys might have got new uniforms. I don't know. I know the Tigers did. I think the Mariners added in some retros, or yeah, the Marlins added in a retro uniform this year. Hmm. Plus, I got stuff I got to get done for school tomorrow. School and work. Oh, such is life, right? 1-2 here on it's Jackson, Trimble, and Barrero. Oh, 29 likes. That's really kind of everybody. Thank you very much. Trying to think tomorrow I'll be able to do the game. If anything, I might be a little late, but I don't remember if I'm gone from 12:30 to 1:45 or if it's 11:30 to 12:45. What I have to do tomorrow. Hold on, let me. Okay. I have to observe another person who teaches tomorrow and blah blah blah. Got to pay for that degree somehow, right? I'm gonna do another 4 years of this to go get a PhD. Like, yeah, we'll do that. It's fine. It's totally worth it. But doing college with funding is the way to go. I mean, if you got to work a little bit. 2 down after a fly out by Jackson. Oh no, that's the first out. 1 away. That was a long at bat. See, this is the issue. Like, once we get to like, wow, who the fuck is coming in this game? Guys like Bradfield Jr., Anderson, or like, Clark. Oh, see, I like some of these guys for the Tigers. But like, we got Jolks coming in. We got Workman in the game right now. We got Myers in there. You know what I mean? It's getting down to the point where it's like, I don't know about all this. Call it strike 1. Strike two. Pitch taken. And I have my own theory that the seventh inning on of a spring training game is an entirely different baseball game than the first 6 innings of the game. It's like this weird fundamental shift that happens, and I don't know how else to describe it. How did he hit that? It's impressive. One on, one out. 0-1 count here to the 9-hitter Barrero. And then all the starters are out of the game, basically, except for a few guys on the Tigers, it looks like. Well, maybe one guy, too. Kind of seems like it's like just Nido. And Carp's still in, but Carp's probably not going to bat. Unless they let him. They might. Warm up. One. Fouled away. It'll be 1-2. Do that shit in the same spot as the first one. That's pretty cool. It'll be the next pitch. Something down and away. Either down and away or down and inside. This guy's about to go. I'm guessing down and in. Yeah, fuck with the eye level, eye location. Fucking high and away again. 2-2. That's where I would think the money location is going to be, is like down and away. And if he can work off speed, go like off speed, I feel like that'd be a good idea right here. Inside off speed. Swing right through it. Be way out in front. Yeah, he went inside. It was a good idea. I still think lower you fucking get a strikeout. He went with the changeup inside. I was right on I was right like location and pitch style, right? You go off speed inside, but I guess he stayed up. Probably just not very good. So it's supposed to go lower, but that was a good idea. Good pitch, good pitch. 2 down. Here in the top of the 6. The strikeout is a money pitch to me, and I think if he would have brought that around that guy's knee, fucking right at the bottom of the zone, he just gets a looking or he gets a fucking huge weird swing. And then he cuts through. Either way, 2 away. Now up is Bradfield Jr. Someone I didn't even know who was on this team. Dun, 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 dun. It's 0-2 now on Bradfield. And Bradfield strikes out swinging. Enrique goes down on goes down swinging. It'll be Jolks, Workman, and Young do up here in the bottom of the sixth. After that, I'll be heading out. So I'm gonna watch through the bottom of the sixth here, and then I'm gonna head out. I don't like to watch from this point onward. It's nothing personal or anything like that. It's just like I don't want to watch backup versus backup baseball. Again, I left after about a good 2 hours almost, about an hour 45, about this much time yesterday. And it's like the game took another like 2 hours to finish, which is like would have been a 4-hour stream of mostly just boring ass shitty baseball, you know. Once the starters dip out, I'm fairly uninterested in the rest of the game. I do appreciate everyone hanging out though. Good looking out. Appreciate you. Thanks for the likes. 29 of them. Pretty good day. Good. I don't know about tomorrow. I want to stream the game, and I could stream it. I might just be a bit late and just have to stream what I can stream of it. I think I might be I'm probably a bit busy tomorrow for the first bit of it. I forgot I have to do something. Tuesday, there's a decent shot I'm going to be able to do the game. I just have to like fly through everything else I have to get done, and then I have to make sure I leave early. So there's some work I have to get done, but I might be able to pull it off. Wednesday is probably just not going to happen. I have too much I got to do on Wednesdays, but you never know. Thursday, yeah. Friday, I don't think so. Saturday, I don't think so either. Well, maybe Friday, because I forget their day games. So like maybe actually I'll probably be able to do those games. Especially since I'm only gonna do like 2 hours. They start at 1 over by like I'm done by 3, so it's a lot of maybes. But I know I'll be live for some of the game tomorrow. I just don't know what part of it. I could be tuning in at around this time. I don't think it'd be that late, but could be. If it's the time I think it is that I'm busy from 12:30 to 1:45, 2 o'clock, and then it's just like, well, I can't really do this. Then Nunez is the pitcher. 1 pitch, 1 out to Ja Jones. Jemai unable to get on. Now up is Jolks. It's Jones, Jolks, and Workman, I think. Jones, Workman, and Young. Wait, what? Oh, there's no Jolks. I misread Jolks as Jones. I don't know. Or Jones is Jolks. I don't know what's going on. Can't read. And 2 pitches, 2 outs. Nunez is very lethal. 2 down. 2 pitches, 2 outs. Couple ground outs. A line out or a fly out. A ground out. We got 2 out. 4-3. Orioles lead. Ball 1 inside. Fouled away. It's 1-1. No. Home run here by Young would be legendary. 2-1. Two. Jace Young will ground out, and that'll pretty much signal the end for me in this game. Here, I'll leave a way for everyone to go and view this, so you can watch this on your own accord. But I'm going to start getting out of here, folks. I've got some stuff I want to get done. I don't really care to watch backups versus backups. That's how I've been watching, just on that. It's just the fucking MLB Network link, or the MLB Game Day thing, so... Appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be live again, like I said, probably tomorrow for the Tigers. As often as I can. It's just like I work, I go to school at the same time, so everything's kind of like questiony and up in the air. I'll try to be live as often as I can again. I appreciate everyone hanging out. It was a fun time, fun chit-chatting with everybody. Thanks again. Hopefully you have a good rest of your weekend. Hopefully you have a good week ahead. If I don't see you for a while, we're almost at the World Baseball Classic at least, so it'll be somewhat interesting baseball pretty soon. I do appreciate y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you for tuning out, hanging out. And as always, it's go Lions, go Tigers, and of course, go Patriots, and of course, it's always go Tigers. Peace out. See you next time. Bye-bye.